What's up, everybody? Welcome back and happy Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. And they're linked for you in the description to this video, so go ahead and check them out on Facebook. Today, we have a quick pop-up round of storms possible across Florida's peninsula. So we're going to get into the severe weather chances and then back to the cold for the other 90% of the nation. It's going to be super, super chilly, wind chills, snowfall possible. We're getting into it all. And then looking specifically at OKC, Denver, and Dallas, getting into your forecast for the next 48 hours. So before we get into all of everything, come check us out at the IRE, guys. You can register at theroofingexpo.com. And it's going to be February 6th through the 8th. So you got a little time to plan there, but get out to Vegas. Should be a good time, good place to be in February, right? And then you can come say hello to our Hail Trace crew. Should be fun. We are at booth number 7507 when you get out there, so come say hello. Now, for our current look at the nation, lots of cloud cover across a good chunk of the central states, but we're specifically watching the Florida peninsula for severe weather. We got the remnants of that cold front making its way off the shore, and so the very southern end of that is hitting the Florida, central Florida area right now. A couple of those storms could produce some higher winds, as well as maybe a brief tornado or two, very similar to what was happening yesterday across the same area. And then the rest of us, again, got some cloud cover, got the remnants of that front moving along the coastal Carolinas there, and then lots of us just very chilly. 4 degrees in Kansas City, 3 in Minneapolis, only reaching 29 degrees all the way down in Houston. So much of the nation below freezing, much of the nation also near zero in their temperatures. And then, you know, again, it's Florida at 84 degrees in Miami, the only place warm enough to get severe weather, and it's delivering on that today. So here we go for our future radar. As those storms move down to the south, that cold front is going to be moving off into the Atlantic and bringing that storm chance along with it. So there we are by 5 p.m. Eastern time. Your rush hour, if you're making any commutes between like Gainesville and Tampa, you might be dealing with some heavy rain and some gusty winds, and again, that low-end tornado threat. Everything's going to move off towards Melbourne and Miami as the afternoon and evening goes forward, and then there you are by 1 a.m. Eastern time. Everything should pretty much be offshore. So for your wind forecast today, it's just going to be that central portion of Florida where we've already got that band setting up. So if you guys are in Tampa, Orlando, Melbourne, all the way down to like the Naples area, you could see some gusts up to 60 here and there. It's going to be very scattered, so low end for you guys. Low end on the tornado threat as well, but a threat nonetheless. So same area, Melbourne, Orlando, Tampa, Naples, that whole central part of the peninsula could potentially see some spin-up storms here or there. So now getting into completely different gears here, snowfall. Last 24 hours, we got a decent amount across much of the nation. Not much to write home about if you're in Colorado. You're used to more than that, I'm sure. But a couple of inches along I-25 and making its way into the western side of the Denver area. Kansas City and St. Louis also getting hit with some heavier snow, but most notably it's going to be the Smoky Mountains for the last 24 hours, seeing almost like 10, 12, 16 inches of snow through the Knoxville and Gatlinburg area. Nashville had reports of like 7 to 8 inches of snow this morning. Charleston got hit pretty good, so lots of the east got hit with some heavier snow. And it's significantly, again, colder than normal for this time of year. We showed this yesterday, but still like 2/3 of the nation is swept with at least like 10, 20 degree temperatures below what you would normally see for this time period in the year. So very notably chilly day into today. And it's going to stay that way if you guys are in our viewership areas through OKC, Denver, and Dallas. So here's what we got for central Oklahoma, sitting at a balmy 15 degrees in Oklahoma City right now, 13 in Tulsa. So very chilly across central Oklahoma. Not expected to change much, unfortunately, for today. Fort Worth, 19 degrees, seeing lots of teens and some 20s if you're in Denton and McKinney. but generally just very cold across North Texas. Warming up slightly as we move down towards Austin and San Antonio, sitting at 30 degrees, still below freezing, but a little bit warmer than the teens up north. And then again, 29 in Houston, 31 right along the coast in Galveston. So a lot of us below freezing in the central part of the states. And you can expect the same along the Front Range, right? 6 degrees in Fort Collins, getting into the negatives up here in, I can't read that from here, but 26 degrees in Denver. Very, very cold across the Front Range today, and it's expected to pretty much stay the same. So we did have some wind chill warnings earlier that have since expired. We do have wind chill advisories still in effect for a lot of the Ohio Valley and the Southeast here. Winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, winter storm watches. Tons of winter storms in effect. Now, if you're in the south, this isn't our typical weather here. Got a hard freeze warning in effect there, freeze warning in Florida as well, and that wind chill that we're factoring in. So, bottom line, key takeaway from that, watch any slick spots on the road if you guys got any wintry precip, and make sure to drip your pipes, take any plants inside, wait for that chill to pass by. So, you can't really roof in this kind of stuff. Florida's getting hit with rain and all sorts of severe potential today, 73 degrees, but then you're working around that rain, and the rest of us are staying below freezing for today. If you guys are in Phoenix or like Southern California, you got a chance, but it's going to be super chilly to be out there and not great to get on any roofs or anything. Canvassing-wise, yeah, good. 3 p.m. here, sitting in the low 20s, you'll want to bundle up if you're pretty much doing any door knocking across the nation, or if you're not a roofer but you just work outside. It's going to be layers kind of weather for today into tomorrow. And then the pattern maybe could switch up a little bit coming here, and that Arctic blast can move a little bit off to the east, and we'll keep you updated on that. But for now, very, very chilly, bundle up. And then you got to factor in those wind gusts as well. There you are by 5 p.m. Central Time. The northern plains still getting hit with some gusty winds and those cold temperatures, dropping those wind chills to starkly cold temperatures. And then it all moves down here by tomorrow afternoon with some high wind gusts and potentially, seeing some colder wind chills into your Wednesday. So watching that all kind of move along through the next 48 hours. Here's what we got for your wind chill risk and your frostbite times coming up for today and tomorrow. So by 5 p.m., going to see a lot of negatives up north, and then a lot of teens down south, and then into tomorrow afternoon, going to be about the same. Now we're in the 20s. Things are starting again to kind of move off to the east, so those negatives are now moving into the Ohio Valley, and the 20s off into the Tennessee Valley, warming up a little bit for the southern plains. And then by 5 p.m. Wednesday, by the end of your rush hour, still going to want to bundle up on your way home from work, but not quite as cold as we saw for the past couple of days. Thursday, we could see more Arctic air kind of diving down into the North Plains, getting us very, very cold up north. So, and then in terms of snowfall accumulations, expecting to see more across the east, and then another round for the Rockies here coming Tuesday night or tonight into tomorrow afternoon. So there you go, across like Salt Lake City, Denver, into Boise area, could be seeing some decent snowfall accumulations in that region. And then it's all going to kind of sweep off into the central parts of the U.S. by Thursday afternoon, and just really riding that snow home here. If you guys are up in like the Missoula area, if you're out in Yellowstone, Denver, potential to see some pretty heavy snowfall accumulations over the next 48 hours from that. So I'll leave you with your roofing forecast if you're in OKC, Denver, or Dallas. It's going to be breezy here for tomorrow between noon and 3 p.m. here in Oklahoma City, but warming up back into the 40s, then dropping down into the low 30s into the overnight hours. So still got to keep those pipes dripping overnight, but during the day should be warming back up. For Dallas, pretty similar weather for you guys. A little bit warmer, dropping down back into the upper 30s here by the overnight hours with some cloud cover. If you guys are up in Ohio, going to stay pretty chilly, and you got those wind chills coming in over the next 48 hours, but no severe chances. It's just going to be that wintry weather staying very cold for you guys. And then for Denver, here we go. Getting potential to see some weather up to the mid-40s by 3 p.m. tomorrow. Lots of cloud cover throughout the day, and then dropping down into the upper 20s into the overnight hours. So not great, not terrible. Going to leave you guys with our weather trivia, and then we'll be off. But the question on our Instagram stories was what cloud type out of cirrus, stratus, or cumulus form at the highest elevations. So give you a second to think about it. Time's up. It's actually cirrus clouds. So if you guys are familiar with those clouds, those are the really wispy ones way up high, form at about 20,000 feet or so. Low clouds are stratus and cumulus. Those form at about 6,500 feet. So the cumulus are those big puffy storm clouds. Stratus are those super low-lying layers of clouds that you see. And then again, cirrus are those really pretty wispy ones that you'll see on like a nice cool morning. And those form, again, very, very high up, 20,000 feet. So they're way up there. So got a few different types of clouds there. Some weather trivia for you. So we'll be back next Tuesday with more of that. But guys, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video, and smash that subscribe button everywhere else. We go live every weekday at noon Central Time, so stay tuned for our forecast updates. And then if you're interested in purchasing a plan, scan that QR code up above me or click the link in the description to this video, and we'll get you hooked up with that. Or you can give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.